Hello, my name is Miss Miller and today we'll be talking about bar graphs. Essential question. How can we create a bar graph? Vocabulary. Bar graph is a chart that plots data using rectangular bars or columns called bins that represent the total amount of observations in the data for that category. A graph using bars to show quantities or numbers so they can easily be compared. The parts of a bar graph. You have the title. The title explains what the graph is about. The scale. The scale is the numbers that show the units used on the bar graph. Labels. The side and the bottom of the bar graph. They have labels that tell what kind of data is shown. And the bars. The bar is used to measure the data number. It's a great idea to have visual supports in your Google Classroom as well as in your physical classroom to give representation of the information relating to the bar graph and also to show the parts. Bar graphs can be vertical, meaning they go up and down with the information and the bars, as well as horizontal, going side to side. Some activities you can do with bar graphs is you can do bowling. This can be done in your classroom physically. And you could chart by making the bars with paper, Post-its in this case, or you can actually draw the bars. How many pins did we knock down? Which is a fun way to introduce using a bar graph. You can also do how many letters are in your name, and the students can write their name on sheets of paper, and you can place them going across to see who has the longest name. You can also do charts such as birthdays. Which month has the most birthdays? Eye color. Which eye color do we see the most in our classroom? You can also do activities with food items such as jelly beans, as well as cereal. TeachersPayTeachers.com is a great resource for graphing materials. So here I search for a bar graph. I sort it in ascending order to get the free items first. And here you can look at the materials. You have some free bar graph templates, Thanksgiving, and different theme-related topics. Here, pictographs as well as bar graphs and tallying charts. M&M bar graphs if you're looking to use candy, and here they're talking about the colors. So the possibilities are endless. You would look through the free resources and select which best meets the needs of your learners and the activity you're presenting. You can also utilize YouTube. Here I search for bar graphs. And once again, you would select the video that meets the needs of your learner or the topic for the type of graph you're using or creating with your students. You can also use Get Epic. And I search by bar graph and search by age or sort by age, reading level, fiction and nonfiction, format and language. And here there are many books to choose from. What is a bar graph? Graphing balloons, graphing foods, just a few of the topics found in this book. You can also utilize live worksheets, which gives students the opportunity to answer questions regarding the bar graphs that they're reading. You can also use Boom Learning. And here, students can also answer questions. How many students are right-handed? So they would look at the bar graph and select the proper number. So here are just a few examples of resources you can utilize when teaching bar graphs. So now let's take a look at some student work samples that I've created using Jamboard. So Jamboard is jamboard.google.com, and there you can go to create boards of your own. So in this case, I created an assignment by taking an image of the pet survey I found on Google. I copied it and pasted it. Then I created questions. How many cats? How many dogs? How many birds? How many fish? How many rabbits? How many hamsters? And I added the box by going to shape, creating the square, and placing it there. So the student's assignment was to read the graph and answer the questions by writing in the number. So here they were able to say that there were 5 cats. And notice that the student makes a line going across to assist with finding the correct number. The same with rabbits. Drew a line across, not a straight line, but a line, and was able to find the correct number to answer how many rabbits. So I typically start out with students reading a bar graph so they understand the information, where it's placed, and how to read it. And then I move on to students creating a graph of their own. So in this case, I have the students using the data to create a bar graph. So 2 people like red. The students draw a line and fill in up to number 2 for red, 3 for orange, 4 for yellow, 5 for green, 6 for blue, and 7 for purple. This is another student who also completed the same activity. So in conclusion, a bar graph is a chart that plots data using rectangular bars or columns called bins that represent the total amount of observations in the data for that category. YouTube, Teachers Pay Teachers, Epic Books, Boom Learning, and live worksheets have great activities and videos. Thank you so much for watching today.